Hello everybody and welcome back to another Car Mechanic Simulator VR video. Last time we built up this car very nicely. As you can see, it's got the nice engine in there and all that. And yeah, we barely managed to get this car built because we are now out of money. That is a little unfortunate. I believe we did get one custom plate on it. Yeah, we got the custom plate on the back. And you know what? That Arizona is okay with just having a rear plate. So I think we're just going to go ahead and sell this guy right away. Because yeah, we need the money. And I think people are going to enjoy this car. Yeah, we'll get 50K from it. We're missing the front plate. But again, you don't need it in Arizona. So that is fine. Go ahead and sell you for 52,000. And now we got a bit more money to do our other restorations. But today we will not be doing any restorations. We have a story order to attend to. It says, "Hello, my SUV is great on road, but I feel that I shouldn't abuse it off-road. So I've saved up a bit and I've got something special from a friend of mine. That thing should be well suited for some crazy off-roading. I hope I can really push it just like the previous owner did. See what needs to be fixed and change that awful interior. It doesn't go with my style." All right, let's see what we got. Oh, and it's green. It's very green. It's very, very green. And let's check out that interior. Yeah, it could definitely do with a tune-up, I think. Alright, let's see if we get some room on one of our Okay, we're gonna have to get one of you guys out of the way. Who's going into the paint shop? Who's it gonna be? I like working on this lift. So we'll get you in the paint shop. So that way we can get this car up on the lift. Now how we maneuver it over to there, I have no idea. But, well, bam, it's over there now. Yeah, it's going to be a while until this video comes out, but I've been working on remaking this garage in Minecraft for modded series. And a lot of the scaling is a bit interesting. I mean, obviously it's Minecraft, so everything has to be a lot bigger. So yeah, it's a whole lot bigger. We have 3 doors instead. Because, I don't know if you noticed, but like, how do we get to these lifts? You'd have to have some really good steering. I mean, maybe it's possible, but in Minecraft it definitely isn't with how the vehicles are in that game. It's like, look at this. Look at how the kind of maneuvering you'd have to do. It's madness. So yeah, had to make some changes to that. So you guys will probably see that like next year or something, because I don't know, modded is recorded crazy ahead of time. So I remember if you guys remember, I did the level 2 garage. So we got the level 3 garage now, complete with the paint booth and possibly the dyno. I'm debating whether to do the dyno or not, because we can't go into the dyno. As you can see, the dyno... Oh, we actually can go into the dyno? Oh, never mind. We can go into the dyno, but we can't do anything here. Oh, look at all the sound deadening on the walls. That makes sense. I didn't think we could go in here. Well, here we go. I'll take some screenshots of this. And I might remake this and mod it. Ooh, we got a big valve. I could definitely put a big valve. Ooh, you can spin it. I'm not sure what that controls. Probably shouldn't be spinning it. But yeah, dyno. So, I don't know. Could maybe recreate that. Perhaps. Hot pipes, do not touch. Ah, they're right. Anyways, enough messing around. Let's go ahead and get this taken care of. Now, what do we actually need to get done? Let's see. Order. No, not that. Status. Alright, so it says hello. Okay, it's just all that. So let's see. We got brakes, leaf springs, gearbox. I mean, I guess the interior too, probably. I don't see any interior pieces here that need replacing. I could just be wrong, and I'm going through it. I see some starter V8 engine head. Is engine head as far down as it goes? Probably. So we probably don't need to pull the engine. Yeah, tie rods, mostly suspension stuff. Yeah, I don't see any interior, but I guess, yeah, we'll replace the interior anyways, and then do the oil. Probably have to do the oil anyways. Okay, yeah, so the whole drivetrain's messed up there, in the front and the rear. I guess that would be expected for off-roading. You tend to annihilate your suspension. The suspension does not like that too much. We're going to get these calipers and pads out of here. The brakes probably are used quite a lot when off-roading. Yeah, I can see that also being a thing. Especially if you're going down like a very steep hill. Trying to remember back to our SnowRunner days, back when I played that game. There was nothing wrong with SnowRunner. It was just a bit more challenging than I really could handle. I mean, if I played it continuously, I probably could get good at it, but It was just the matter of the fact where it's like, I was only playing it every other week. Because, you know, I'd get good, and then I would be 2 weeks away, and then it'll get rusty again, and it's just not ideal. This is not ideal, really. But then again, I'm also doing Mission Moonshot, and that... I mean, that's different, though, because that's more of a smarts skill level versus, like, an actual physical skill level. I mean, SnowRunner took some smarts, too, but, like, you'd kind of figure out which way you'd go, and then... You learn which ways are the best to go, but then actually being able to go those ways without getting stuck in the mud did require a decent amount of skill. And also there was just some bad luck. Like he would just hit a rock the wrong way and flip over. So, I don't know, I might play SnowRunner again. We'll see. American Truck Simulator is a lot more fun, at least right now. I'm gonna get the rest of this rear suspension out. Basically, you do have to remove the entirety of the rear suspensiones. Okay, remove that. There we go. Remove that. Remove that. Alright, so that's all that done. Okay, I think it was drive shaft. It's probably bad. I'm not sure. But if I were to guess, it probably isn't mint condition. It's a little rusted to pieces. Yeah, it's bad. Get out of here. It's very long. It's a very long drive shaft that I can yeet over there. And it can do a weird little pirouette. Okay, transfer case. Get rid of that. Probably repair that. Maybe. We can repair the gearbox. Okay, grab that. Get that. There we go. And I guess while we're down here, we'll go ahead and drain the oil and probably check under the oil pan. I didn't see where it said any pistons or stuff was bad, but we'll just double check by looking through the oil pan, because you can tend to tell from the oil pan if stuff is going to be bad. But I think it's mainly just some of this unique front suspension stuff that we don't normally deal with, because all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. I forget what exactly the difference is between all-wheel and four-wheel. I think it's like some of the logic behind it. Like four-wheel drive is just power to all the wheels. No real science behind it, whereas all-wheel drive has automatic stuff going on. Can't remember exactly, but it's some automated systems that help prevent slipping and stuff. I think it's more computerized. I do see we have a differential up here. So it could just be, just the differential versus a direct drive system. I'm not sure. Again, I would have to do research, which I will do when I edit this. So the results of my research will now be available on screen. Yes, all these bushings here are fine. It's just we need to get to this knuckle here, which means we kind of got to get those parts out of the way. There we go, get that knuckle out. No, get the knuckle out. Here we go. Problemo solved. Yes, that's the differential. And that's over there now. Alright. Dunk. The tires know that gravity exists. I guess it's most important that the tires know that gravity exists, because they're always on the ground. That's understandable. But everything else, you gotta remind it, man. So we gotta disconnect that, and then we can disconnect that. A lot of stuff you gotta disconnect. And then the tie rod, other tie rod, and then the upper thing, and then we can finally remove the steering knuckle. Get that out of the car. Okay, good. Now we're just gonna leave those parts floating. Yeah, we really do not need to worry about them. Let's grab the oil thing so we don't make a mess of our garage. There you go. Game's telling me where it wants it. Right about here. There we go. Okay, I'm going to drag you out of the way. Put you over there. Put you over there. There we go. Now we can go and pull this pan. Yeah, that looks bad, but not horribly bad. Looks about right. Because otherwise it'd be completely black. Yeah, it's all yellow in there. Except for that one. What's wrong with you? Why are you being special? You're fine. He just wasn't telling me if he was bad or not. But anyway, at least we can put the oil pan back on. And yes, I did turn off my fan, so if I reach up now, I won't get clobbered. Actually, where even is my fan? I'm not even under it right now. But yeah, I turned it off. So hopefully I don't get too sweaty over the course of this recording sesh. But yeah, I feel like It's a trade-off. Either be sweaty or have your hand get chopped off by a very fast spinny thing. And I'll choose to be a little sweaty over having my hand chopped off by a massive spinny thing. Thank you very much. There we go. Take that. Yeet it over there. And I think we'll do the suspension and then we'll get it back down onto its wheels. Because, yeah, I don't think there's any point for us to come back down under the car once we do fix the suspension up. So let's go do that. Oh, mind your step. Car parts on the floor. Okay. One thing broke. Oh, and I don't need to go any further. Right, I forget. Once we get to the 68% parts, we do not need to go any further, because then we'll start breaking them. And then that's the opposite of bueno. Part mount mode. There we go. So do we get... No, we broke the steering knuckles. The steering knuckles were obviously well toast. So yeah, we'll go and get the steering knuckles, and we might as well get the tie rods while we're at it. 2 inner, 2 outer. Oh, no, don't put the bad one in. Probably worse than when we pulled it out, because I think we broke it. Okay, yeah, all this can go back in, because it was never broken. It was all fine, except for the brakes. Them's the brakes, though. Oh. We have some good bottom switching arms, but no, you can have your bad ones back. And you can have your bad bushings back, I guess, as well. Okay, you probably have 68% bushings in there. So you can have those back. Oh, no, they weren't the bushings that were there. Okay. Excuse me? No, excusez-moi. Bam. 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 Assemble. Oh, I didn't put the screws in. I'm a silly. Okay. That means we don't have any spare upper arms. And yeah, all the relatively crummy bushings. They're just relatively crummy. They're fine. Okay, put that in there. That's fine. Well, let's check these crossmember bushings. All these look fine. Yeah. Yeah, all those look wonderbar. And yeah, I accidentally put these arms on that side and the other arms the other side. It shouldn't matter though, because the game is not checking for these parts to be. The game is not checking for these parts to be the same, and it's all the same percentage anyway. So it's not like we're putting a worse part in. Although I don't know what would happen if you put a worse part. Maybe I should try it. Put a worse part in, not for a part we're supposed to repair, but just a random part. Just put a random worse part in somewhere. Could be funny, but also we don't carry any random worse parts on hand, so I always throw those out. Oh, no, you don't get that. That's not what we signed up for. You get your arm, and you get your bushing, and you get your other bushing. There you go. That's what you get. Have a good day, sir. All right, let me get some ventilator to break this, and I think probably some... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Tracking. Hello, I'm here. And probably some regular brake discs as well. There we go. There it be. We should have a ton of pads. And the calipers... Yeah, they got it all fixed up, basically. The cylinder... And we'll just put the 100% ones in there. It doesn't matter. I'm not sure which calipers had good cylinders and which ones have bad cylinders anyway, so... we need a new front drive axle D. We need a new steering rack. Okay, where am I standing in the... I'm standing well and truly in the jank zone. Let me get out of the jank zone. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it was that zone, it's that area I was talking about where only one of the trackers can see you. Yeah, don't stand there. Don't stand there. That's not a good spot to stand. I mean, that is the spot that is not under my fan. So now I can reach up and touch my fan. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Right there. So, I've created a death trap for myself when playing VR. It's fine, don't worry. I'll be fine. So let's see. Oh, I guess it's in gearbox probably. Yeah, front drive. No, shopping list, go away. There we go. Never use the shopping list. Oh yeah, no, stripper case 4x4, so I'm guessing it's not an all-wheel drive. Well, I'll grab a drive shaft, but where's front drive D? It's probably these axle C's, but I couldn't tell you. Another relatively straight. Okay, so we got that there. And then front drive axle A's. Okay, those got repaired though, so glad we didn't have to worry about them too much. Okay, and then in the back here, we have the gearbox. Oh, wait, we got the bits in the gearbox. I didn't even realize. Hold up. Hold your horses. Hold them horses. Those are some cats in my way. Okay, we have a clutch release bearing. We have got a clutch plate. Okay, just the clutch release. Okay. Which the clutch release bearing is also commonly known as the throwout bearing. Okay, this game has relatively weird names for the parts. Like, that's not really what you'd call it in real life. I mean, some stuff like gearbox is fine. Like, that's correct. But a couple of the other bits, it's like, yeah, you wouldn't really call that in real life. Transfer case. Okay, front drive shaft B. That didn't get fixed. That's a sad day. And I wonder if the main drive shaft got fixed either. See, that doesn't even get screwed in. Oh yeah, we gotta put the rear suspension together before we can put the drive shaft in. So that's a you got fixed. Okay. You got fixed. You can go back where you came from. I never took you out. We'll get a fresh bushing. Yeah, there's another good bushing on the other side there, but I might just get 3 small ones because I don't remember where that one was. And I don't want to have to worry about it. I mean, you know, it's probably fine. It's just rubber bushings. 50-50 shot, and if we get it wrong, we just swap them. It's not like it's a piston. Oh, and I forgot we needed a leaf spring too. I think the bad one was... Yeah. I think the broken one was the one up front. So we'll replace that guy, and then we'll put him back there. Rear axle knuckle housing C's. Oh, which side had the good wheel hub? Oh, I think it was fine. I think this is one of the things we probably accidentally fixed. We didn't fix the solid rear drive axle. No. Yeah, I think this wheel hub was probably one of the pieces that we accidentally fixed when we were rapidly fixing everything. Because I don't think one of these was bad and one of these was good. I think they were both equally bad. And the wheel? We have different size wheels. 55 R20, R20, R20. Okay, no, they're all the same. Just making sure we didn't have, like, bigger wheels on the back for some silly reason. I mean, there would be a relatively reasonable reason for that, but just want to make sure that we aren't, like, gonna have wheel problems. Because that would be really bad. Sure, we'll go for it. If it complains, then it will complain. Let's see, do we fix this? No, not our leaf spring plates. Okay, buy 2 of those. And do we need U-bolts, too? We need 2 of them. We repaired half of them. Okay, screw that on, screw that on. Screw that on, screw that on, screw that on. Then we need rear shock absorber Bs. And then the rear will be done. And then once we get the drive shaft back in, that'll be the entirety of the underside done. As long as no parts. Oh, and the drive shaft did get repaired. Well, guess what? We have an extra. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to... I guess we can probably part mount... Oh, no, we can't. Right, the steering rack. The steering rack is crucially missing. Steering rack and the oil filter. There we go. Wheel. Store all. And let's get you down on those wheels. Down goes the big truck. Alright. So yeah, let's check on that status. You can see a lot more green checks, but still a lot of red. We still have a bit of work to do with the engine. Oh yeah, and I can see... It did say the engine heads were bad, and I can see the rusty engine heads. So let's remove the rusted bit stuff. Starting with the ABS. Because when you go off-roading, the ABS dies, apparently. So does the throttle. And so does the brakes. Radiator looks fine. We recharge batteries free of charge. Well, no, the batteries aren't free. The batteries are full of charge, but we do it free of charge. We fully charge the batteries free of charge. Yes. Okay, ignition coils. It's the 2 right there. So I'll put them in a line. They're in a line. There we go. Get that out of here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, see the engine head. Oh, I have to move the entire timing thing. Okay, which spark plugs are bad? You're fine. You'll go with him. You're bad. Okay, you go with the bad guy. You're bad. Okay, so the bad ignition and the bad spark plugs seem to be in roughly the same spot. I think you can... No, I think you still come out. I'm not sure. Alright, so yeah, we gotta get that whole thing off. We can get the fuel rail. Get that over here. Just take the fuel rail and throw it over there. Ooh, more bad ignition coils. So we'll do the same thing. There. 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 And there. Yeah, and that seems to just... The bad spark plugs follow the bad ignition. I guess that's understandable. Depending on which one failed first, it probably took out the other. Very logical explanation to come to. Anyway, let's get these off. So we gotta remove that pulley. And then that pulley. That belt. And then the tensioner. Oh, and that pulley. And that tensioner. And that belt. And that pulley. And that pulley. And that pulley. And that water pump pulley. And the water pump. Then the crankshaft pulley and that pulley. And that pulley. And that timing cover. Look this side first. And again, I think all this stuff is perfectly fine. So I'm just gonna leave it in place. The only thing that needs to be removed is the heads. Oop, and I guess the intake. But we'll put that back. Oh, the exhaust has to come off. Okay. Yeah, the heads are relatively hard to get to. I guess, you know, seeing as we did pull the gearbox, maybe it would have made sense to pull the engine. Just for the heads. But, yeah, I really think it only really makes sense if you're getting down to the crankshaft. Because we don't have to, like, lift and lower the car. That's the annoying thing. We'd have to do all this top end, lift the car, do the bottom part. Yeah, and then you raise and lower the car. It's just a lot of lifting and lowering the car. And yeah, we'll see if these can be repaired. I'm not sure if they can or not. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's our lucky day. And these very finely tuned valves can be repaired. Ooh, the throttle can. Okay, throttle's good. Brake servo's good. One of the engine heads is good. Not this one, though. Fuel rail is good. Fuel rail is good. ABS module is good. ABS pump. And, okay, that's all we really needed to worry about. Just this one head couldn't get repaired. Probably because it's just too dead. We need a new one. Yeah, that one got fixed nice and well. Put all those screws in. Intake manifold. Our two repaired fuel rails. Cam gear. Get that belt back on. And then all these rollers. And you don't get that +1 quality. That is not for you. Belt tensioner, the belt, and then that other roller that acts as the tensioner for this side. Okay, so now that we have this... Oh, our spark plugs got repaired. Hey, get back here, you. I'm gonna put you back in the engine. Get in there. Get in that sparky plug hole. They're little jumping little things, aren't they? Hey, get back here. Get back here. Hey there. Aha, you. Get over here. No, get over here. Get over here, you little jumping thing, you little wee. You gotta catch them. They're little rascals, these spark plugs. I tell you what. I tell you what. I tell you what. They're very jumpy. You know what? Take the clean one. Free charge. It's gonna look messed up with the rest of your engine. But that's okay. I don't care. Okay, we need ignition. 1, 2, 3. I think there was 5 broken ignition coils. Yeah, and they go here, here, and here. And then the good one goes in this slot right there. Oh, and get that exhaust pipe back on. Okay. Braking systems. Oh, it's quite nice we could get those repaired so easily. This car is almost ready to go, or this truck. Ooh, and I gotta get under the car for that. I forgot the filter. But let's just check everything else. Oh, spark plugs. Spark plugs. Oh, I guess they weren't good. Well, whoopsie doodles. Thought we could repair spark plugs. Oh well. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. Just pull that, pull that, pull that. And then pull the rotten. Nobody's. Yeah, got it. There. Grab that, put it over there. Have it fall through the floor. Okay. I think I can get this with just one lift, right? I don't need to lift it all the way up. No, I need to get it all the way up. Let's get that oil filter in there. There is a lot of bits in the way. There'd be even more bits in the way on a real car. There's nothing compared to a real car. You wouldn't be able to see where the oil filter is, probably. Unless the manufacturer's being nice. And sometimes they're easy to get to. Anyway, oil. 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 There it is. Fill that oil fill level to the tippity, 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 tip. There it is. And I think that's everything. Ooh, I saw one red light. Starter V8, of course. And the air filter. I guess I should have assumed the air filter. It's off-road. This is gonna suck in a lot of junk. But you know, I can't really see it. It's hiding in the box. So, understandable. It's funny about me talking about how much you raise and lower a car when you take the engine out. But then I keep forgetting things and I have to keep raising and lowering it anyway. Kind of funny. Yeah, starter was fine. Okay, and they did say they wanted the interior redone. So I'm not really sure what that entails. We can go ahead and get you moved back to the entrance. Go ahead and grab our interior detailer stuff and get to work here. Off for Ford. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I think that's squeaky clean there. Just, you know, do the work. Make it shine. Yeah. That's fine. And let's see. Front left seat, front right seat, bench, wheel. Let's see if we can't find something that they'll like. So what, we have the Earthquake, bench custom leather. Earthquake Rex. Yeah. I'm gonna get the leather. I think the brown is gonna look way cooler in this green. There was actually a car I saw at a car show. It was a Toyota Highlander. It was more of a dull green, but then it had interior like this. So it was really cool. Anyway, we just have the bench. We don't have anything else. Oops. Yeah, we just got benches. So something that screams off-road. Maybe these seat sixes? No, not those. Probably these. These are very padded. I feel like these would be good for off-roading. And then for the wheel. Are they tough and hardcore? I think this one would work good. There we go. We'll get the seats in there. They weren't actually bad. They were seat 4s. But I mean, they might actually not want this. That's another thing. We'll see what happens. I definitely like the look of that, but it depends on if they like the look of that. That's good. That's good. Okay. Does the new interior go with your style? No, it does not. We'll pretend we're giving it back to them like this. But yeah, they don't want the interior like that. Yeah, it says so on the flavor text, but you can't actually do anything about that, which is, I think, a missed opportunity. There you go. All right. We did all we could. Have a wondrous day. And there you go. We got a case, and did we level up? Yes, we did level up. Okay, we can get one thing, and one thing only. We have to examine 9 parts when seeing a car for the first time. Which we kind of see all the car's parts for the first time, so this is kind of broken. But we'll get that, and then that's it until level 35. Which is super, super annoying. Anyway, normal order, normal order. Experience bonus could be interesting. All filters, brake problems, spray it. Yeah, let's do that. Just something to pad the runtime of this video a little bit, because I feel like one order isn't enough. Ooh, that looks very fancy. Alright, let's get you on the lifter as well, Mr. Man M3, with your fancy livery. Okay, so yeah, brake problems. I can see the brake problems. Filters, and then spray at factory. Oh, pretty much all the brakes. Okay. Well, that should hopefully be okay. It's all disc brakes anyway, so it's not like a big ordeal. And that's it. Literally just 3 parts. And we're done with the brakes. And the caliper the cylinders on the calipers need to be fine. Just a simple brake job. And them's the brakes. That's all I gotta say. Them's the brakes. Oh, this side's fine. Yeah, this side's perfectly fine. Get back on there. Oh, there. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that side. That side looks fine. And that side too. Okay. So just the left side. Or right side. Passenger side. I know my sides. Brakes. I'm just gonna buy calipers instead of repairing them. Could repair them, but also I'm kind of feeling lazy. Oh, that cylinder was 100% on this side. Crazy town. It must have never got used. Oh yeah, all the stuff on this car is actually like pretty good condition. Except for the bodywork. That would probably be a track car for you. The parts are immaculate, but just like, you know, little scrapes and stuff on the racetrack would make the bodywork just kind of look a little eh. We'll see if we can go repair this ABS though. I can repair one part. There. This part, garbage. Utter garbage. And that's the thing. Once stuff gets a low enough percentage, it becomes just unrepairable, which is understandable. It's true in real life. Oh, this is interesting. Air filter box. Held together with screws. Interestingly enough. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. And then that oil filter. Probably I4B, yeah. And then oil for an I4B. It is blue, or no, just an I4. There's no I4B oil filter. Okay, there we go. Put that on. Put that on. Put that on. And I think we've already taken care of the brakes. That was a very simple job. It looked like a lot was wrong with the brakes, but it really wasn't awful. It wasn't awful. And technically, you wouldn't just be able to replace the oil filter like that in real life. You would have to drain the oil. But the game is special. Yeah, if you're changing the oil filter, you'd do an oil change too. But I don't think this job wants an oil change, which is fine. Whatever. Oh, the pad's on the other side. Right, okay. That would make sense. Yeah, and everything looks fine except the pads are dying over here. No, give me the pads. I just want the pads. There we go. Get those out of here. There we go. Look, we have a nice big stockpile of brake pads for personal use. Here we go, thank you for finally giving me the right menu. Both of them are 100%, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Let's get you off the lift and into the paint shop. Now, if only we could very easily repair all these panels, because I would have definitely done that too. But oh well. It's fine. Oh, there's already a car in the paint shop, right? I forgot we did this to shuffle things around a little bit. Let's move you to garage entrance. It makes sense why the game limits us to 5 cars, because otherwise there'd be no room to shuffle things around. Put you in the paint shop. No. Yep. Parking is only available for cars you own. Can't put it there. We do not own this car. It's not ours. Paint. And set factory. It was very similar to what it had. And we'll keep your livery. There we go. Alright. Wonderbar. Yeah, I'll just have you drive it out from here. I'm sure. Oop, I didn't mean to remove your trunk. I don't know how that happens. Okay. That is all your statuses fulfilled. Guten bye. Alright, let's go and open that case that we got. Don't want to leave you guys wondering what's inside of it. Here we go. Oh boy, more URMs. Front steering knuckle E-ring. Never seen a car that uses that. And then some random rims that are probably going to be not fit any cars. Let's see. 12 inches and 24 inches. Yeah, when would we ever use those? Unless we're building something stupid. But anyways, yeah, if you guys enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like. Next time, I think we're going to take care of you, Mr. Chieftain. Yeah, I don't know, because yeah, we have the engine for you. So you should be a pretty quick job. And then, yeah, we might need to build some engines. Mainly, a lot of V8s, I think, because you need a V8. Yeah, you basically need the same kind of V8 that this guy needs. And then, well, I don't know, would you look good with supercharged? I'll have to think whether or not this car would look good with a supercharged. It might. That one, I think we tried a supercharged, didn't really look good. Or no, it was this one we tried a supercharged and it didn't look good. Yeah, you can see the supercharged is right there. Because, like, the pulley stuck out right here. So it was kind of silly. This one might look okay with supercharged as well. So I don't know. I don't know if we want to do roof scoops for literally every single car, but maybe. Anyways, I'll see you guys then. Goodbye for now.